Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kristen and I love to craft. Today we are going to be working on a vinyl t-shirt, and if you can tell by my voice, I've been sick, but I'm feeling a lot better. So I am super excited to go ahead and get started on this t-shirt that we're going to be making today. It's really hot here in Alabama during the winter. At least most days it is, and so I like to have just a little t-shirt, and this one is a oversized t-shirt for me. So I'm going to be putting mama claws on it, and we will be using this vinyl that I got from Michael's. It was $9.99, and I believe it was buy one get one 50% off, or buy one get one free. I can't remember, but they're always running really good deals on their vinyl. And so I picked up two of these. I think this one I'm going to make a official cookie tester t-shirt or sweater. So this one will be saved for another video, but we're going to be using this plaid one for today. So let me go ahead and cut out the vinyl with my Cricut and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my heat press here, and according to the instructions it says that we should set it at 290 degrees. And the time should be set for 30 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and let this heat up. We can go ahead and start weeding out our project. Now remember, whenever you are cutting your vinyl, it needs to be on the reverse setting. And you always want the shiny side down whenever you put it on your Cricut mat. Okay, so I cut out Mama in that fun little plaid print that we got from Michael's. And I'm doing claws, so it's going to say Mama Claws. And I did it in glitter vinyl. I did some little twinkle shapes in the green glitter. So let's go ahead and weed out this. And there are those little shapes. And let's weed out claws. Alright, and now that one is done. So my heat press is done heating up. I want to go ahead and just iron over the top of my shirt to get all of those wrinkles out. I have worn this shirt before, so it is coming directly from my closet. I do have a Cricut heat mat here as well. This one is so good. It helps protect my glass mat or whatever I'm using my heat press on. Now I'm just going to iron the center because that's the area that we are working on today. I'm not actually going to iron out the whole entire shirt right now. Another great tip is to take a lint roller. I got this one from the Dollar Tree and it works really good. I think it came with about 50 sheets on here, but it takes off so much lint. I'm going to make sure that there are no wrinkles in here. Get it all nice and flat, and then I'm going to take my first layer. And we are going to do Mama first. Put it right there. And then we are going to take our parchment paper and lay it on there. And then we are going to put our heat press on here. And we are going to press start since our heat and our timer is already set. Okay, so it's done. Let's go ahead and lift it up. And I'm going to let it cool for just a second, that way that it doesn't burn our fingers. Alright, so it's had time to cool off just a little bit. Alright, that looks great. Let's go ahead and put on our next layer, which is claws. And let's line it up about right there. Okay, let's go ahead and peel it up. Okay, that looks great. Now let's just do these cute little stars, and about right there. Put down our parchment paper and then go ahead and press start. Let's take a look and see how it did. Alright, that looks so cute. Let me go ahead and move everything out of the way, that way that I can zoom y'all in just a little bit better. Alright, and here is how the t-shirt turned out. I am so happy with it. In this plaid print, I think that it turned out perfect for what we were going for. I definitely recommend the Make Market brand. I believe that it is Michael's independent brand, and so it peeled up great. I'll have to see after a few washes to see if it really holds up nicely, but as far as I can tell, it worked really, really good so far. So let's go ahead and move on to our next craft. For this next craft, we are going to be doing thumbprint reindeer ornaments, and I got all of the supplies that you see here from Hobby Lobby. Their Christmas crafts right now are 50% off. I thought that this would be such a cute gift for grandparents for maybe Christmas, or maybe even give it to them at Thanksgiving. That way that they have an opportunity to go ahead and hang it up on their tree during the Christmas season. So I bought these wood bark ornaments, and they're really tiny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little one, and I'm going to do his thumbprint on one of these. And I'm not going to do them all today, just because I want it to be a fun craft that we can all do together as a family. So I'm going to take a little one here, and I think I'm actually going to use a smaller paintbrush rather than one of these big ones. So I'm going to paint the top of it white. I'm going to do just a little dab of this white paint. And I'm going to paint the front. Okay, so now that I have painted the top of this, I'm going to wait for it to dry for just a few minutes, and then I'm going to get my little one's either thumbprint or fingerprint or something, and we will be right back. Okay, so I got his cute little thumbprint, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to draw some antlers on here, and I'm going to draw one up that way, up that way. We're just going to add some little lines just like that. And then I'm going to add on 2 little eyes. And since it's supposed to be like Rudolph, we're just going to take a little dot of red paint and do a cute little nose on there. Okay, and here is a close-up view on how this cute little keepsake ornament turned out. You can always paint the back and put their name and the year on here, or you can put it on the front as well. There's always tons and tons of ways to customize these, but I think that the grandparents are going to love these so much, so I cannot wait for us to make tons of them as a family. Let's go ahead and move on to the next craft. For this craft, I have been instructed by my boys to not use all of these, and so we are just going to be making one little keepsake ornament, that way that it gives you all an idea on how to make these. My boys are so excited for Christmas and to be able to make all of these fun little Christmas crafts. Now, we are not skipping over all of the Thanksgiving crafts in our home. We have tons of paint kits that they are so excited to do. So we have tons of plans for Thanksgiving, but they are also excited to get started on some fun little holiday things. Now this one, it looks like it came broken, but I got these from Hobby Lobby. That'll be completely fine. I mean, I know that it happens with things like this, but I would be sure to check all of your packages because this one is also broken, and I guess all 3 of these, we can always go back and buy more. But for this craft, I did want to show you all these snowman stickers, and they are pretty heavy. Of course, everything that you see here came from Hobby Lobby as well. Alright, so these feel like they are clay and they are hand painted, it looks like. and it has a foam sticker adhesive on the back, so you just peel up the backing and then you could stick it to something. I thought that it would be so cute to add them to the little Christmas trees. So that's why I bought those. And I also bought these reindeer because I thought that it would be so cute to add these to the trees as well. And you could put like Gigi and Poppy's little deer on here, or you know, whatever the grandparents' names are. And so I thought that that was just so stinking cute. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to write on here with a Sharpie. So I had to pause the camera because my original idea was to write on here with a Sharpie, but being the crafter that I am, I just cannot let myself do that. So I went over to my Cricut and I cut out Gigi and Poppy's little deer. And so we're going to put the reindeer up here and the words are going to fall down that way. So I'm so excited to be doing this. I'm also going to be using this nifty little tool. It will be linked down below. My mom got it for me and it has been such a game changer whenever you are weeding vinyl. So you just peel the vinyl up with your weeding tool. I get all of my weeding tools from the Dollar Tree just because they are so cheap and I often bend mine. It's really good for tiny little pieces, not so much the big pieces. But these little ones right here, you just insert like that, bam, it is gone. So that's why I love this little thing so much. If you need really good transfer sheets, I would definitely recommend hitting up your Dollar Tree because this is $1.25 and it comes in a huge roll and it works really, really good. Okay, so I have a little sheet here and then you just peel it apart like that. And I'm just going to lay this down because these words are so tiny. There's really no wrinkles that could possibly get in there. Now I'm going to use my scraper tool and just make sure that that vinyl, oops, well, that one came off. All right. So I'm just going to scrape it on there, make sure that the vinyl sticks to the transfer tape, and then we can cut these apart. My hot glue gun should be heated up enough. And we are going to go ahead and hot glue down the cute little reindeer. Just like that. So now we are going to take our vinyl and we are going to put it on here. And then take our scraper tool, make sure that it's on the wood piece really good. That looks great. All right, let's just cut these down a little bit more. That way that we know exactly where they're going. Okay, so now that we've trimmed them down a little bit more, we can see exactly where they're gonna go. And we have the and sign right here. So we need to make sure that we save room for that. And we could put little deer at the very bottom and then kind of work our way back up. Like that. Okay, so what I want to do is go ahead and put down little deer first. and then peel up that transfer tape, and then we can put down deer. And then peel this one up. Perfect. And then let's do poppies. All right, let's see. Let's see about where the and sign would go before we press all that down, because I think I could still pull it up. Yeah, we can put the and sign in the center. Go ahead and put that one down. And then the and sign should probably go in the middle, I'm thinking. All right, that looks great. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe how good that turned out. I don't think that I could have made it look really good writing with just a Sharpie. I'm so glad that I did go that extra mile and do the vinyl on here. All right, and here's what it looks like up close. I think that this one turned out so stinking cute. And remember, you can always do like Gigi and Poppy's little snowmen, and these would lay super flat on here. You could even take off this little foam piece right here, and you could hot glue them to the back, and it would lay perfectly flat on there. So that would look so stinking cute as well if you didn't want to do the little deer. They also had some other little pieces. I can't remember exactly what they were, but they have tons and tons of options in their cute little Christmas craft section. So definitely browse that out if you happen to be over at Hobby Lobby. Let's go ahead and move on to our next craft. Okay, for this next craft, we are going to be painting a ornament. And before you click off this video, trust me, you can do it too. So I got this white already painted ornament from Hobby Lobby, and it was 50% off, and it was originally $2.49. So here's a close-up view on how the ornament looks. We are going to be painting this side, and we are also going to be writing a name on here. So these can be turned into sentimental gifts or keepsake gifts for whenever your kids get older. This one is going to be a Christmas ornament for myself because I never make anything for myself, and so I figured that today would be that day. So we have some paintbrushes here. I'm doing really thin tipped paintbrushes. I'm not an expert on painting. These are some that my mom let me borrow that I probably do need to give back to her, but have not yet. But we're going to be using some white paint, blue paint. We're going to be mixing some colors. We're also going to be using a gold marker. This one is just one that I had in my marker box. It's called a chalk marker in gold. Okay, so I'm going to start off by taking my green paint, and I'm also going to be adding just a little bit of black, not too much. Just a little dot on there. I'm just going to take just a spare paintbrush to go ahead and mix it up. I want more of a darker green. All right, that looks good. So I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to be taking a blue. I think I want to use this blue, but lighten it up a tad. And so let's take a drop of that. Let's add in some white. And again, just taking a spare paintbrush that I'm not going to be using, mixing these two together. I think that looks good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write Mom on the front. Like that. And I am going to go over it a few more times, but I do want to let that first little layer dry. Now I'm going to take a skinny paintbrush and I'm going to roll it around and get just a little bit of paint on there. And we are now going to draw just a little line. And then we are going to add on some branches. And then we are going to add on the leaves. So if you can draw squiggly lines and some leaves, I promise you this will be the easiest, most beautiful ornament that you have ever made. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the bottom here, and we can add on a branch, another branch, we can add on some leaves, the best thing about this ornament from Hobby Lobby is you can take a baby wipe and you can wipe all of it off. You can take acetone or some rubbing alcohol, anything like that, and it will come right off. The first one that I made so many mistakes because I was like, oh my goodness, this is not perfect. This is not what I wanted it to look like. And so I was being a little bit too judgmental on myself. I should have definitely taken the time and just enjoyed what I had made. So as you can see here, this line is a little bit too thick for my liking, so I'm just going to take a baby wipe and it wipes right off. Now once it's dried on there, that's whenever you would use some acetone on there just to get it off. Okay, then we'll draw a branch there. Maybe a branch here and a little leaf here. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Let's do another one maybe up here. Okay, so now that the leaves are done, let's just go ahead and do some hydrangeas on here. So I have sort of a fluffy brush and I'm going to take a little bit of paint and I'm just going to dab the paintbrush on there. And that is what it looks like. Just dab it on there. Like that. We can even do the bottom of that one. So you're just going to keep dabbing all the way around. And then we'll do the top one here. And that is how I made my hydrangea Christmas ornament. I think that it turned out super duper cute. All right, I closed my curtains just a little bit, that way that I could take some of that glare off of the top of the ornament. But this is how mine turned out. I do need to go over the word mom with my chalk marker one more time, that way that it could pop a little bit on there. But this is how the hydrangeas turned out. Again, if you could do a squiggly line, do a little oval for a leaf, and dab your paintbrush on there, you could make a hydrangea. I think that this one turned out super duper cute, and I cannot wait to hang it on my tree. Thank you all so much for tuning into today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it just as much as I did. I had so much fun working on these cute little Christmas crafts. I am not feeling my best today, and so I'm going to go ahead and just cut this video short. I had some other things lined up, but my voice is just really hoarse today, and I'm about to go and make me a hot tea. That way that I can just relax and catch up on some TV shows. So this little keepsake ornament is going to be super duper cute. I was also thinking while I was making it that you could even take your child's thumbprint and you could do exactly what we did on these, but put them on the little Christmas tree. But those were so cute to make, and my boys cannot wait to make those. This cute little Christmas shirt, I cannot wait to wear it after Thanksgiving. Also wanted to show you all this ornament that I made. This one was my first prototype, and I love the way that the hydrangeas turned out. I did it in a much lighter color than I did compared to this one, and so I might even take some acetone and completely redo this one just because I love the way that this one turned out. I will be taking a video of this on my Christmas tree, that way that you all can see it a little bit better without that glare on the ornament. So thank you all so much for tuning into today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it just as much as I did, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Alright y'all, and here is what it looks like on my Christmas tree. It turned out so stinking cute. I love the little hydrangeas on there, and I think that the bow on here just makes it so much cuter. So, thanks so much for tuning in. Bye y'all!